There are certain truths in life that no school will ever teach you. No university will put them in a textbook. No boss will sit you down and explain them. These are the quiet lessons, the ones that come wrapped in pain, in silence, in loss, and in the rare moments when life finally stops and lets you breathe. Today, I want to share with you some of the most profound wisdom ever spoken, not just quotes you read and forget, but words that, if you truly let them sink in, have the power to completely transform the way you live, the way you love, and the way you carry yourself through this world. So find a quiet place, take a breath, and listen carefully. Three things in this world never come back: a spoken word, a passing moment, and broken trust. Read that again. Because most people spend their entire lives chasing what has already gone, wasting today grieving over words they can't take back, time they can't reclaim, and relationships they can't repair. The wisest thing you can do is stop throwing your energy backward. What's gone is gone. Your power only exists right now in this present moment. And here's something equally important: stop blaming. Stop blaming other people for where your life is. Stop blaming circumstances. Stop blaming the past. Because the moment you stop blaming, you take back control. And control is the only real freedom any of us ever has. Not everyone who walks into your life comes for the same reason. Some people come to give you genuine warmth, laughter, moments you will treasure for years. Some people come to hurt you, to betray you, to disappoint you. But even they are not wasted, because every painful person teaches you something about yourself that comfort never could. And then there are those rare few, the ones who leave behind something no money can buy: memories. Hold those people close. They are your real wealth. Your past is a classroom, not a prison. You were not meant to live there permanently. You were meant to walk through it, pick up the lessons it left behind, and carry those lessons forward. The past is where you were taught. The future is where you are tested. But life only happens in the present, and the present is where most people are completely absent, because they are either reliving what is behind them or anxious about what is ahead. Be here, right now. That is the only place your life actually exists. A wise person keeps certain things private, not hidden out of shame, but protected out of wisdom. Keep your love life quiet. Not everything sacred needs an audience. Keep your income to yourself, because money reveals people's true character faster than almost anything else. Keep your next move silent, because your dreams are not safe in everyone's hands. And keep your past struggles private, not because you are ashamed of where you came from, but because not everyone deserves access to your story. Silence is not weakness. In the right hands, silence is the most powerful strategy in the world. Life and time are your two greatest teachers. And here is what makes them different from every other teacher you have ever had: they do not give you the lesson first. They give you the experience first, and the lesson comes after, sometimes years after. Life teaches you to use time wisely, and time teaches you that life is not guaranteed. These two truths, fully understood, will change the way you wake up every single morning. Early to bed and early to rise, your mornings are your most powerful hours. What you do before the world wakes up determines what the world sees of you. A wise person never argues with a fool, not because they are afraid, not because they have nothing to say, but because they understand something the fool does not. You cannot win an argument with someone who has no interest in the truth. People who speak loudly at you are usually people who know deep down that they cannot match you on equal ground. Their noise is not confidence. It is fear wearing a loud mask. And when it comes to words, be careful. A slip of the foot you can recover from. A slip of the tongue you may carry with you for the rest of your life. Words, once released, belong to the world. Choose yours with precision, with intention, and with full awareness of the damage careless use can cause. When someone is genuinely trying to change, when a person is making the effort to leave behind who they were and become something better, do not remind them of who they used to be. Do not throw their past in their face, because that is not accountability. That is cruelty dressed up as honesty. Think of it this way: imagine someone struggling to climb a mountain. hauling themselves up with everything they have. Throwing stones at them in that moment is not help. It is the worst kind of betrayal. People who are trying to change deserve space, not punishment. Your smile is more powerful than you know. In a world that is constantly trying to harden you, constantly trying to drag you into its bitterness and exhaustion, protecting your joy is an act of quiet rebellion. Use your smile to change the energy of a room. Use your warmth to disarm people who expect coldness, but never let the world's cynicism reshape your spirit. Your smile is yours. Do not trade it away for a world that did not earn it. When a flood comes, the fish eat the ants, but when the water dries, the ants eat the fish. Circumstances change, seasons shift. What looks like an impossible position today can become a position of tremendous power tomorrow. Life gives everyone a turn, not the same turn, not at the same time, but everyone gets one. Your job is not to rush the turn. Your job is to be ready for it when it comes. Take risks. This is not optional advice. This is a requirement of a life fully lived. If you take a risk and succeed, you earn the right to lead others. If you take a risk and fail, you earn the wisdom to guide others. Both outcomes are valuable. Both outcomes make you more. The only outcome that gives you nothing, the only one that wastes your potential completely, is never trying at all. And here is the piece most people miss. Everyone has skills. Everyone has talent, but not everyone has a strategy. Talent without direction is just energy without purpose. The most successful people in the world are not always the most gifted. They are the most deliberate. They know where they are going, and they move toward it with intention every single day. When your time is good, people forgive your mistakes. They chalk it up to personality, to style, to confidence. But when your time is bad, even your best moments get scrutinized. Even your jokes become evidence against you. This is not unfair, this is simply the nature of the world. And the lesson is not to become bitter about it. The lesson is to use your good seasons to build something so solid that no bad season can knock it down completely. Stop spending your energy worrying about what other people think of you. Here is the uncomfortable truth. They are not thinking about you nearly as much as you think they are. People are too consumed with their own fears, their own insecurities, their own silent battles to spend significant time focused on yours. And the ones who do talk about you behind your back, there are exactly 3 reasons. They cannot reach the level you are at. They do not have what you have. Or they have tried to copy what you are doing and failed. In every case, their attention on you is an accidental compliment. Take it as one and keep moving. There are 2 kinds of pain in this world. Pain that hurts you, breaks you down, leaves scars, takes from you. And pain that changes you, reshapes you, rebuilds you, gives you a depth and a strength that ease never could. Both are real. Both matter. But only one of them is working for you. Learn to tell the difference. Learn to ask in the middle of your hardest moments, is this pain destroying me, or is this pain making me? You were born alone. You will leave this world alone. This is not a sad truth, it is a liberating one. It means that at the core of your existence, you are whole, complete. You do not need to beg for validation. You do not need a crowd to confirm your worth. Focus on yourself. Invest in yourself. Build yourself. Because when every distraction fades and every relationship shifts, and they will, the only thing left standing is the person you chose to become. Every mistake increases your experience, and every increase in experience decreases your future mistakes. Failure, when approached correctly, is a self-correcting system. You are not falling behind when you fail, you are gathering data. The person who has never failed has also never learned anything real. And the most beautiful part, when you are wise enough to learn from your own mistakes, others will eventually learn from watching your success. Your story, including the hard parts, becomes someone else's roadmap. Never compare yourself to another person, not even once. Every time you hold your life up against someone else's, you are operating on completely false information. You are comparing your behind the scenes to their highlight reel. You are comparing your doubts to their confidence, not knowing that their confidence is also just a performance some days. And beyond all of that, the moment you compare yourself to another person, you are telling yourself that your path should look like theirs, that your timing should align with theirs. It should not, it cannot, and it never will. Your life is uniquely yours. Honor it as such. The door is large, but the lock that controls it is small, and the key that controls the lock is smaller still. Yet it is the smallest of the three, that tiny, thoughtful key, that determines whether the entire house opens or stays closed. The most powerful solutions in life are rarely the most complicated ones. A kind word at the right moment, a single clear decision, one honest conversation. These small things open enormous doors. Never underestimate the power of a simple, thoughtful action. If you do not choose your direction consciously, life will choose it for you, and life is not sentimental about your dreams. Beware of small, careless habits. A small leak will sink a great ship. You will not lose your future in one dramatic moment. You will lose it in 100 small, unguarded ones. The 5 minutes wasted here, the opportunity ignored there, the boundary never set, the conversation never had. Guard your small decisions. They are the foundation everything else is built on. 3 friendships in life will never truly let you down. A partner who has grown with you through time. A loyal companion who asks nothing of you but your presence. And financial independence, because while money is not the point of life, the absence of it gives other people power over yours. Build all 3. Tend to all 3. They will carry you through seasons that nothing else can. Never walk into a room full of unhappy people and talk about how well things are going for you. Not because you should hide your blessings, but because wisdom knows that not every space is the right space for every truth. Be genuinely grateful, privately and deeply. But read the room. Compassion is knowing when to speak, and when to simply sit with someone in their pain without making it about your peace. Problems are not permanent. Life is. Whatever you are facing right now, whatever feels impossible, overwhelming, like it will never end, it will change. It has to. Because the only constant in life is change itself. Your problems are temporary visitors. Your life is the home. Do not let a visitor rearrange the entire house. Face what needs to be faced, with your shoulders back and your eyes forward, and keep going. Never let the world see your weakness. Not because you should pretend you have none, but because this world contains people who will use your vulnerabilities against you if given the chance. Show your strength. Show your work. But hold your wounds close until you have healed them, because a healed scar is a story of survival, but an open wound in the wrong crowd is just an invitation. Kindness is your most powerful feature. It has nothing to do with what you look like, what you own, what your background is, or what title you carry. A genuinely kind person carries an energy that rooms respond to. Kindness is not weakness. Kindness is not naivety. Kindness is the decision to treat people as fully human when the world often does not. It is the rarest form of strength. And when someone hurts you, and someone will, do not break down in front of them. Smile, genuinely, and say quietly to yourself, thank you. Thank you for making room. Because every person who walks out of your life, every person who disappoints you, every person who chose not to value what you offered, they all made space. Space for someone better, someone more aligned, someone who will see your worth without needing to be convinced. Your shadow will leave you in darkness. Think about that. Even the most faithful reflection of you, the one that has followed you every single day of your life, disappears the moment the light goes out. So never make a person your entire world. Never make anyone your only source of light. Build your own light. Become so full of your own purpose and clarity that even in your darkest seasons, you are never completely in the dark. A mistake is a single page. A relationship is an entire book. Do not burn the whole book because you did not like one page. Do not walk away from years of trust and connection because of one bad moment, one misunderstanding, one failure of communication. But also, know when the pages have run out. Know when the story has been broken beyond repair. Wisdom is knowing the difference between a page worth turning and a story worth closing. It is always better to walk alone in the right direction than to march confidently in the wrong one surrounded by a crowd. The crowd is not always right. The crowd is often just loud. Do not mistake consensus for truth. Do not mistake popularity for wisdom. Some of the bravest, most important walks any human being has ever taken have been taken alone, quietly, without applause, without a map, and without certainty. Just direction, just decision, just one step forward. The people who speak against you, who criticize you, who watch every move you make looking for something to tear down, respect them. Not for their behavior, but for what their behavior reveals. They do not invest that kind of attention in people they consider beneath them. Their critique, however uncomfortable, is a form of acknowledgement. You are someone worth watching. Keep being that. Not everyone deserves your kindness. Not everyone deserves your silence. Some people need to see your compassion. Others only understand your absence. Learn to tell the difference. The most underrated skill in human interaction is knowing when to respond, and when the most powerful thing you can do is simply say nothing and let your silence carry the message that your words never could. Be like water. Water has no permanent shape. It adapts to every container, every terrain, every obstacle. It does not fight the landscape, it finds its way through it. But here is what people miss about water: it is also unstoppable. Given enough time, water will carve through stone. Adapt, adjust, stay flexible in your methods, but be completely unmovable in your direction. Know where you are going and trust that persistence will get you there. Resolve your tensions before they consume you. Move toward your goals before the window closes. And most importantly, live your life before life simply becomes a series of things you meant to do. When you rise, when you finally break through and reach the heights you have been building toward, there will be people who throw stones. There will be critics, doubters, people who will make it their mission to remind you of who you used to be. The answer is not to stop. The answer is not to turn around. The answer is simply to fly higher, because at a certain altitude, the stones do not reach you anymore. There are 2 days in your life that matter above all others: the day you were born and the day you discover why. One has already happened. The other is waiting for you. Surround yourself with people who are ahead of you, people who push you, people who make you uncomfortable in the best possible way, because being around them forces you to grow. Teach your children everything you learned late. Give them the head start life never gave you. And never be afraid of being different. Being different means you are not a copy. Being the same as everyone else is the real risk, because the world already has enough of ordinary. When your mind is weak, everything looks like a threat. When your mind is balanced, those same things become challenges worth engaging with. When your mind is truly strong, forged by difficulty, refined by experience, those same situations become opportunities. The world does not change. Your mind changes. And when your mind changes, your entire world transforms with it. Success is never permanent. Failure is never final. The only truly dangerous move is to stop working after a win, to stop trying after a loss. The game is not over until you decide it is. And the wisest people in the world never decide that. Stop begging for attention. Stop waiting by the phone. Stop rereading conversations looking for signs that someone cares. If someone is not showing up for you, maintain your distance with your dignity fully intact. Treat people exactly as they treat you, not out of bitterness, but out of self-respect. You deserve reciprocity. You deserve someone who chooses you freely without being asked. Do not negotiate for that. Simply require it. Relationships are like birds held in your hands. Hold them too tight and you destroy the very thing that made them beautiful. Hold them too carelessly and they leave. But hold them with genuine care, with attention, with patience, with the willingness to give them space when they need it, and they will stay. Freely. joyfully, by choice. People do not always need advice. Sometimes the greatest gift you can give another human being is not your wisdom, not your solution, not your experience. Sometimes what they need is your presence, your hand, your willingness to sit with them in the difficulty and say, I am here. I am not going anywhere. You are not alone in this. That simple act of showing up fully without agenda, it changes people in ways that no advice ever could. Do not build emotional walls so high that no one can reach you, but also protect your peace. Not every person deserves access to the deepest parts of who you are. Not every connection is meant to be permanent. Some people are in your life for a season, not a lifetime. Learn to appreciate what each season brings and learn to release what each season takes without bitterness. Because bitterness is just grief that never learned how to let go. Do the hard thing first, the thing you have been avoiding, the conversation you have been postponing, the decision you have been afraid to make. Do that first, because hard things do not get easier with time, they only get heavier. And once you have done the hard thing, the easy things truly do take care of themselves. Life will not always give you what you want. That is not punishment. That is not evidence that you are unworthy or forgotten or behind. Sometimes life withholds what you want because it is preparing something so much larger, so much more aligned with who you truly are, that the thing you were asking for would have been a limitation, not a blessing. Trust the timing. Trust the process. Trust yourself. Because everything you need, the wisdom, the strength, the clarity, it has been inside you the entire time. You just had to be still enough to hear it.